What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back from another DSP video, and we are back in Twitter or X. You know what? I refuse to call it X. It's Twitter. It'll always be Twitter. And DSP yesterday was playing Armored Core 6, and my god, he absolutely sucks at that game. I've never seen a mech game played so slow. And then he went up against a boss, Beltis, I believe it was, where a lot of people rage quit it. But Phil did not. It took him 2 hours, but he finally beat it. That was because of his chat. They held his hand, told him what build to use, how to change his weapons, this and that, and strategies. And DSP went online and started stroking his E-peen. And my god, the ego on this guy. By the way, he's also going to talk about this on his podcast and humble brag. My god, this guy's ego is so high right now. But you know what they say? The higher the ego, the greater the fall. So we're going to look at some replies here. And we start off with DSP tweeting out. And keep in mind, he opened up his comments because he actually wanted to see what people thought. Because typically he blocks off people, doesn't let people comment. And only people he mentions or follows could answer. But this time, he decided to put his big boy pants on because he thinks he did something great. But my oh my, the internet is something. So DSP tweets out, why did so many people rage quit Armored Core 6 at Beltis? And why are people saying the game is way hard? I legitimately don't get it. I would appreciate some feedback to talk about on Wednesday's podcast. Thanks. My god. That whole segment on his podcast is just be him stroking himself over how he beat the boss. So we have Snore Hogan. Goddamn boy, you're getting roasted, laugh my ass off. What a loser. And then we have a clip here from Authentic DSP Gaming Enjoyer. So let's listen to this.
Why are you saying throw the nade launcher out? The nade launcher is super good. The nade launcher allows you to do giant stun while you're far away. The sword was terrible. The sword was only doing damage when you had him stunned, and it wasn't significant. I think the nade launcher is critical to winning this. We could try again. I'm telling you, I don't think the sword's going to work. At all. The sword, I can't even negate his shield properly with the sword. I just don't think it's very good. I'll give it one go, but I really don't think this is going to work. Wow, this is way different. Oh my god, dude. Yo, this is great. I had the right idea at the beginning then. I really did. Oh, look at that. We're kicking his ass. We are kicking fucking ass, dude. Sick. Got him with the sword. Beautiful. Wow, the sword was the way to do it, dude. So all you had to do, you had to negate the shield and slash the shit out of him. And you just go right through the armor. It doesn't even matter. Wow, that was awesome. Well, thank you for the suggestion, whoever said sword again, because I tried it first, and the sword wasn't working, but I needed to know his pattern. That's what made people rage quit, apparently.
And there you have DSP being handheld by his audience once again. They told him to do something, he said no, I'll try it, and then it worked. Imagine that, your chat helping you. It's almost like 10 years I've been doing this. Most people don't have a stream chat hand-holding their way through the game. And DSP replies with, the live streaming gamers who rage quit didn't have an audience, LOL. Which, in an odder place, replies with, you barely have an audience, Phil. Most streamers don't need their audience to hand-hold them. But most streamers don't feign neck pain to get sympathy tips like you did yesterday. Funny how getting the glasses, hat, and vest goal miraculously cured it. You're an e-busker. Maybe if you figured out Baltis on your own, the result would have been the same as the one who rage quit. Don't pat yourself too hard on the back. And DSP, the live streaming... Is this the same answer? The live streaming gamers who rage quit didn't have an audience? Yeah, okay. So he's just saying the same thing over again. These gamers who rage quit that you still failed to mention by name all had their hands held the way you had yours? That's a lot of research you must have done for such a busy work schedule. We have a gift of Bart Simpson with a cake that says, at least you tried. Leave the comments open to try and get some clout. You know, I'm surprised too he hasn't tried to make money off of Twitter now that Elon's payment system is up and running. Can we talk about how you rage quit Kirby when no one else did? Kirby Soul's too hard. What's crazy is that Baltus isn't even the hardest boss, not even by a long shot. Different players have different obstacles for their playstyles, I guess. Some missions I've heard little to no complaint about have been kicking my ass. If I didn't spell out how to use the lock-on system, you would have been there far longer. Oh, so this is the person that told them some guidance and whatnot. You were already accusing the game of cheating and getting your knickers in a twist over it. So humble bragging, oh you guys think the game is hard, I just don't get it. It's very gross of you. Oh my god, Phil, did you lose another supporter over this? Because you wanted to stroke your E-peen? Go look at your big fan, Derek's Twitter timeline, and continue to keep defending him in your streams and chat. I'm sure it'll be a great look for you in the long run. Yeah. Especially when Derek gets arrested in his trials on TV because of all the gruesome details. If you want a serious answer, every other streamer I've watched playing the game typically bans chatters who are backseating boss strategies and AC builds. Also, not everyone reads the weapon descriptions to see energy weapons are good against shields, I guess. Lots of people quit at the starting bosses on Soul games too. I guess it just adds another layer of difficulty that makes some people frustrated if they're not ready for it. I haven't played it through, so my opinion ain't worth much. You literally had no idea what to do for an hour until someone in your chat literally told you what to do. It's fine to use guides, but at least admit that you did. I think my favorite quote during your time on Baltus was, "See, the game is cheated." The sheer egotism of that statement is truly impressive. People have already mentioned it to you, but most streamers disapprove of backseat gaming. Some even have that as a rule and will ban people for giving them info. You were literally stuck on the boss for well over an hour, actually 2 hours, and there's a possibility that you would have lasted your entire stream without help from chat. I don't mind the hand-holding, just don't big yourself up trying to say the game is too easy when you need chat to progress. Close your comments back up, your dents aren't coming to help you. Didn't you rage quit Kirby? Get a job. People who rage quit didn't have people telling them the best build in the game for defeating Baltus and had to figure it out themselves. You wouldn't have known that the sword was best part of the build without the hand holding. Tone the ego down there, sport. Is this the same boss you were on for 2 hours struggling to beat till you received tips/strategies from the audience? I think for the harder bosses you should make chat hidden and see the difference it makes. That is true. That is definitely true. Literally no other streamer has the hand holding from chat that you do. Everyone else has no backseat gaming policy. You have a scrolling guide that tells you what to do every step of the game. If you want to claim otherwise, you should name those streamers. DSP, no one will attend your funeral, not your cat and certainly not your wife. You might want to run back to your echo chamber. You know, you ain't got the balls to handle public interactions. You were literally raging like a petulant child and only won after like 30 attempts when someone told you what to do. On top of that, you wouldn't even give the person credit. If I want to see you jerk yourself off, I watch recording of the incident. Don't let Kat see, or she will be downstairs crying. Did you rage quit Persona 3 because you didn't want to equip a charm immunity item? Phil, this is the best piece of advice anyone can give you right now. Go back and watch your stream where you're fighting him. Then compare it to just about any other streamer out there. If you don't see a difference, then there's something actually wrong with you. Man, weren't you accusing the game of cheating before being told what to do by your chat? Where did the 385 go to? You said you had bad days, but somehow you forgot that? Name a single streamer that rage quit Armored Core. Hey Phil, I got a website for you. Let me Google that.com, use it, and you might be able to find streamers that rage quit AC6. It was people on Reddit and Twitter that gave up. The only person using rage quit in their title is you. Someone should handhold you on how to use a search engine. Jesus fucking Christ. Why can't you get your points across without sounding pretentious and obnoxious? Your opinions would get more respect. Because he's an idiot. All you can do is stir up drama. Why don't you just thank the stream chat for telling you how to play the game and move on? You always have to talk shit and then play the victim. Did you rage quit Kirby and Scarface? You cheese your way through everything, just like the people you face in Street Fighter 6. You didn't earn it. Now go take your horse and actually try to block inside. You all both clearly can't. You're a little kid who has to do something they don't want to do, and then after crying and screaming they finally do it. They become an arrogant cunt. You're an alcoholic gambling addict who monetizes alcoholism and gambles away mortgage payments. Seek help. Since no one has told you this, when you play a game that the chat wants to see you triumph over the boss, when stream chat handholds it, takes out that value. Other people's stream chats tend not to handhold. Ultimately, these people could not beat the bosses on their own merit either. So smug, you had chat handholding you the entire time, as many have pointed out. Take a second to really think about your position and your chat aid before writing an idiotic post like this. This is exactly why people hate you, among many other reasons. And oh my god, it's going to be such an ego stroke on Wednesday when he does his podcast. And he starts talking about how he did it on his own. He was a big guy who did it. Nobody can tell him otherwise. Okay, and then we have quote tweets. We have Nobody Likes Me, who says, "You rage quit Kirby. Shut the fuck up, Phil." And we have this clip of Phil rage quitting Kirby.
This is terrible. I can't. This is garbage. It's literally, dude. It's literally Dark Souls. And now that's it. Instant death. I give up. Fuck this. I'm done. That's it for Kirby. I'm not playing fucking Dark Souls when I'm playing Kirby. The fucking game is full of shit. I'm not gonna waste my time with that. That actually genuinely 100% pisses me the fuck off. This is
My god, that was a glorious moment. The internet covered it, magazines, internet articles. It was amazing. My mans, you rage quit a Kirby's game, laughing my ass off. Oh my god, I'm actually crying in real life. You were stuck on that boss until a chat member decided to hold your hand. You have no room to talk about difficulty regarding a game when you can't even figure basic shit out yourself. We have Shut Up Bitch, and shows Phil's old fake president campaign picture. And then this is his caption for this, by the way. "They call me DSP. It's official. In 4 years' time, we need a YouTuber in the White House. Make America hate again." Yeah, that sounds like a positive, chill guy right there. And we have reminder, this loser rage quit Kirby in the Forgotten Land last year. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to that podcast where he's going to stroke himself all over beating that boss. Even though he's probably not going to beat the future bosses, because I've heard that's not even the hardest boss. But again, he's got his chat hand holding him, but yeah. I'm going to end the video here. If there's any updates, I will look at those. Hopefully he's not stroking too hard. Click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe. Subscribe to my other channels, links in the description and on the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.